John Tavares scores career goal 501 as the Maple Leafs win their third in a row. Hey everyone, welcome to Inside the Leafs. Rob Wong, joined alongside by Toronto Sun Maple Leafs writers Lance Hornby and Terry Koshan. And guys, on the same night that John Tavares is honored for scoring his 500th career goal, he nets number 501 to help lead the Leafs past Utah. Terry, it's been interesting to hear his teammates talk about him this week. He may no longer be the captain of this team, but it still seems like he has a major impact on and off the ice with this squad.
Yeah, I don't think there's any seams about it. He does. There's no doubt. I mean, he when the captaincy change happened a few summers ago, you wondered how this would go, even though I think we all have full respect for Tavares as a person and a player. And there's been no change in the guy at all. Nothing. You wouldn't know that he no longer wears the C. The way he carries himself, the work ethic on and off the ice, the things that he says to us. He might as well still be wearing it. He still has that leadership role. It's not taking anything away from Austin Matthews. So, yeah, the level of respect for him, I think, is really off the charts. And I think it is across the National Hockey League. Really, a lot of people recognize Tavares for what he does, both on and off the ice. And here we are. He gets 501 last night and gets to celebrate. I mean, the 500th goal. If there was a more muted celebration in that there wasn't any at all in the history of the NHL for the 500th goal, I don't know that it really exists. I mean, it was tough that it came the game against Columbus, but kudos to Tavares, keep it going. He's among the league leaders in 5-on-5 points, getting it done at this age. We all know the rock bottom price he signed for here for the next 4 years. So, congratulations to him. And yeah, the respect for him will be there until the day he puts his skates up above his locker for the last time.
Yeah, a couple of things. I mean, we've seen the Leafs try and bring in this sort of leadership, wherever it be at playoff time, free agent signing, that kind of thing. And they are lucky, I think, to have this guy evolve into his mid-30s right here in front of us and make a big contribution to this team as well. And, to Terry's point, what he does on the ice, I think we both have been looking up the scoring records of players in their mid-30s and reaching 40 goals. And it's a very, very exclusive club, and certainly like the 500 goal club and the 1,000-point club and the 500 points with two teams that Tavares has had. So, you're witnessing a little history here, and you do see his teammates surprised that even at age 35, he's getting better. He certainly hasn't dropped off at all. And now, interesting, just the last couple of games, put him on a line with Nick Robertson and Bobby McMahon, two guys who really needed a lift. And I think Tavares is helping those two guys as well. So you see the guy make a really good contribution everywhere. And, nice ceremony last night with his family. And you know what? He gets the golden stick. And clearly from the team in the ceremony, and, he showed he still knows how to use it. Great timing coming through there for the go-ahead goal. And have to see how the rest of the season goes out and how the lines shake out. But certainly that they can rely on this guy every night is huge for Coach Craig Berube.
Yeah, it's really remarkable what John Tavares has been able to do this season, as Terry mentioned, being one of the leaders in 5-on-5 production at this age. And, of course, we all know Mitch Marner's no longer on this team, so just a really strong start for number 91 so far on the season. Meanwhile, Scott Laughton made his return to the Maple Leafs lineup, Lance, and, of course, someone had to be the odd man out, and that is Easton Cowan, who, by no fault of his own, he's, of course, been in and out of the lineup at times this year, but when he's been in there, has had some pretty strong efforts. One of the few players that is eligible for, not to be eligible for waivers, I should say, which is why he went down to the American Hockey League. But how long do we expect him to be there? This is a guy that clearly needs some consistent playing time. Do you expect this to be a short stay, or is it going to be a little bit longer?
I think it's very dependent on, Rob, on what happens with the rest of the roster. A, can they stay healthy? And B, is there a drop-off? Do they see somebody they see as a candidate to go on waivers and not be claimed, or are they just not going to bother if they happen to lose one of their spare forwards and go that route? But it'll be interesting to see. I think Cowan has proven himself as certainly as a guy who you can plug in there on any line and maybe not play every night. But then again, it goes back to the question: is how effective is he going to be? How much development he's going to have if he doesn't play a lot? He's going to get that with the Marlies, and that's going to be a huge thing. I mean, he's sort of avoided that so far in that he made the team at a camp. They sent him down. He didn't really play there. Now he's going to have to stay there a little bit and get some time with special teams, that kind of thing. Get to see how the other half lives truly, and I think that's going to be an inspiration for him to want to come back and stay with the Leafs. Not a bad move, I guess, in terms of his development. I'll have to see if there's a fallout, though, as last night was very good for a lot of players who came in and helped out in the bottom six. Have to see if there's going to be an issue there where they might need somebody with Cowan's energy and scoring touch down the road.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It comes down to this basically because of for cap reasons and the waiver rule. Because Cowan, I don't even say he didn't look at a place in the 10 games. I thought he was fairly solid for the Leafs. Now, you look at a game like the Penguins game on Monday, the Leafs are roaring back in the third period, and he had just 3 shifts in that third. I don't think he had any past in the final 8 minutes. So some consideration there that clearly there's still some growth to come in situations like that, which is fine. He's 20 years old. I think in a perfect world, the Leafs would rather have him with the club now and see him go through that with the NHL team because he's proven himself. Now, having said all this, there's absolutely nothing wrong with him going down to the Marlies now and getting a ton of minutes in all situations, and let him cook for a bit down there and do what he can with the Marlies and develop that way. For the most part, the organization is happy with the players that have come up from the Marlies, even in brief spurts and what they've done. And now you have the top prospect in the organization who's going to go down and get that opportunity to learn. So, it could be a while before we see him again, barring injuries, just given where the Leafs are cap-wise and all this sort of thing. But that's okay. He has to go down now and take full advantage of it, which I think he will. Cowan's attitude has always been excellent, and I wouldn't expect anything less from him with the Marlies going forward. So we'll see where it winds up. But I think Lance would agree too that this is not going to be long term in the sense of how's he doing down there and when's he going to be back. He will be a full-time Maple Leaf before too long here, and won't have to worry about playing in the minors again.
I would just add that it's going to, it's not the reason they sent him down there, but think of the shot this is going to be for the Marlies. Leafs haven't really had a hot forward prospect down there in a bit, and I think he's going to add a lot of energy to that Marlies, make them better, make some guys around him better as well.
Yep.
Yeah, just too bad the Marlies continue on their the timing of it isn't great for home games. Obviously, they're on the extended road trip because of the winter fair down at the X, but he'll be back in Toronto soon enough with them.
Yeah, definitely agree with all of that. We'll see when Easton Cowan makes his return to the big club. As always, leave your thoughts in the comments section below. For Terry Koshan and Lance Hornby, I'm Rob Wong. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next time.